His nickname is Super Bad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm gonna feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Silk? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of him. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash on it twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Talkin Moto podcast. Jason,
What's up,
Jeff,
home
chickens.
I just stole that from my son watches videos on TV or on YouTube, and the guy always says, "What's up, home chicken?"
Oh, shoot. So, yeah, we got a few things to talk about. Jason, you're tearing apart your truck. And I saw some post, what was it, a motor mount bolt was being a little stubborn? Is that what was going on?
Actually 6 of them were, but yeah, one was really a problem. But thanks to Jeff's ingenuity, we got her fixed. Or got it out. It's not fixed.
If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it.
Does this involve the fire wrench?
Fire wrench? No.
Oh.
We didn't have one of those.
Dang it.
Kinda though. It spit a lot of sparks. The spark wrench.
Yep. It didn't start anything on fire though. And if I would have used a fire wrench, guarantee we would have had a fire.
Now, this is the truck that you bought, but you knew there was something wrong with the motor, right?
Yes.
You get her all tuned up, ready to go?
No.
Oh.
Hell no. We just got the old one out. Got a long way to go.
But you're going to rebuild that one, right? That's the plan? Or are you going to put
No, I'm going to take that one to the junkyard and put in a different one.
Ooh. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The other fun thing I did, I don't know if you saw any of these posts, but we went and watched Travis race his snowmobile in Chicago.
Chicago, or Chitown, as they say.
Yeah, well,
The Windy City.
We all know how well I pronounce words, but is it Joliet or Juliet? I say Juliet, but it's
not Juliet because it's an O and not a U. I pronounce it Joliet. The locals, I think, actually pronounce it Joliet. But yeah, go with whatever you want there.
Yeah.
But not Juliet.
Okay. But that's where, right on Chicago, what is it, Chicagoland Speedway? So
Yeah.
that was cool. And actually where the snowcross track, where it was right on the drag strip. So they have like it's like a horseshoe, I guess. So it'd be right where the cars would take off. So it was pretty cool.
Sweet. How'd Travis do?
Oh, dude. Well, okay, so they run, what is it? You get 2 heat races, and I think snowcross, if you want to get the lowest number of points possible. So I think first is like 1, and if you do bad, you have to race the LCQ. But then you're in your main, so on Friday, I think he was the number 1 qualifier. Ended up finishing 3rd, and then when we just went on Saturday. So Saturday he won, I think, 1 race. No, the dude snuck by him right at the end. So I think he went 1-2 in qualifying, and then he ended up winning that whole thing. That was pretty sweet.
Interesting. Where do they think it's golf?
What?
The lowest amount of points possible.
I could be talking out of my ass there, but yeah, it was pretty cool. We didn't stay and watch Hibbert win, but we left. We left after Travis won. It was kind of chilly, a little chilly, and then it was about a 2-hour drive home, 2.5 hours. So
Yeah.
a little bit of commute. I'm not a fan of the tolls that you have to pay.
Just drive through them.
I should have. And it's not that I get having to pay, I guess, but like I don't understand how they justify what it cost. You know?
Yeah.
Some are, one we paid was 60 cents. I think that was when we actually exited off the freeway. One was like $1.50, one's $1.80, one's $3.80. I was like, yeah. But
That's cheap, man.
yeah.
Drive through there in a semi once and then bitch about it.
I felt pretty safe because, you know, we're driving and we had to get, you know, we stopped and got something to eat and whatever those plazas are called. You know, you get off and then it like goes across the freeway and you can sit and eat or whatever they are.
The Oasis.
Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I spent a lot of time in that area.
Honestly, we thought about just hanging out there the whole day because there's a lot of stuff in them things.
You don't know this, Scott, but Jason used to be a lot lizard.
So, you know, we're getting something to eat and we're kind of standing there and getting ready to take off and we're looking and I look up and the very top panel of glass is just completely shattered out. And I'm like, And then the other guy that was with, he's like, yeah, that looks like a bullet hole. And I'm like, how the hell can you tell on that one, you know, because it's all busted. The one below it, however, was a definite bullet hole. Damn kids. So.
Interesting. So if you stopped at one of those, I don't know, what's the plural? Oases?
Oasis.
Oasis? Why didn't you just buy an iPass?
I guess I didn't know you could.
Then you just drive right by them some bitches, man. You don't even have to put any money on them.
Really? Oh, and then they just like send you a bill?
No. You just pretend like there's money on it and you just drive right by them.
They just send you a bill.
I did
I'm
that.
sure people would pay it.
I did that for a long time. Wasn't my trailer, wasn't my license plate they were getting.
Oh, shoot. I don't know. I was like,
There is probably a warrant out for my arrest in Illinois. But, oh well.
you just can never go through there again.
I don't care to, so fine with me.
All right. So, yeah, we
Why won't our chat room work on my phone?
Oh, no.
I was going to be like the second person in there. Or the second person in there.
There's 4. It's filling up. It's crowded.
Almost at capacity.
Looks like it's hopping, although I see the word NASCAR, so maybe I don't want anything to do with being in there.
Okay, well, we can start talking about that. Did you, you know what's in Atlanta next weekend, too, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I posted it on Facebook. I thought it was a little cheesy with the, did they say drivers or gentlemen start your engines before?
Yeah, that was really dumb. The best part was apparently they didn't tell anybody they were going to do that, so nobody started their engine. It was hilarious. They all just sat there looking at each other like, were we supposed to start them? Oh, okay. I guess we'll start them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing this weekend is going to be over the top.
I'm guessing Ralph is going to have a hard time talking with all those in his mouth. He's probably going to have some sore muscles.
I'm stuck. What the heck? There we go.
Come on.
It's really not working on the phone, huh?
No.
It's supposed to be mobile friendly.
It's not mobile friendly at all. It's a mobile bitch is what it is.
Do you guys follow my SKD937 on Twitter?
Yeah, Yes, I do. Actually, I'm not sure if I do.
I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of some of the stuff I'm tweeting lately.
Yet you do it anyway.
Well, it's a competition. And
Oh, it's that thing.
the Twitter war, yeah. So.
Ow! No, that's definitely not going to work.
You throwing your phone?
Yep. I didn't mean to.
So, yeah, it's not going well. I got a retweet from the X Games, but that doesn't count. That's
I was going to say, X Games isn't a person.
Yeah, it can't be any corporate accounts. So, I was all excited because everyone else that's doing it, they're into it more than I am, and whatever they say gets response, and mine don't. So I was excited just to get a reply or a favorite.
I've got the answer for you.
What's that?
I know how you can get all the responses you could ever want out of those.
Oh man.
You just say, please respond to my tweet, or I'm going to pull this trigger. Hashtag pistol in mouth.
Jesus. That's not funny.
I mean, who's gonna take a chance at that? Then they're gonna, oh, okay, I guess I'll respond to this.
Hashtag you don't want to be responsible, do you?
Yeah. Who's gonna be that one dickhead that's like, okay, whatever, and the next day they find out, oh, I probably should respond to that.
They won't care.
Telling you, man, I got this figured out.
Oh, shoot. So since I did the snowcross on Saturday, I didn't do anything as far as watch Twitter. I didn't find out who won the race until probably midnight, and I didn't really watch them until Sunday. So, what?
I noticed that your responses were quite delayed.
Yep. It was great. I didn't do anything, and it was awesome. Yeah, put my picks in without even looking at anything, which, that might have suffered a little bit because they were really bad. But it's all right. What did you think of the track at all? I guess like the things I didn't like, and they did it last weekend too, is that triple right out of the corner.
I like that.
You like that? Dang it.
I like that stuff that not everybody can do.
Okay. What did you think of the split lane?
Stupid as hell.
Awesome.
How do you split a whoop section and make it wide enough to go single file through there? It's just, oh, that made me so mad.
I don't know if you had a chance to listen. We'll say we listened to this other podcast today at work.
Uh-huh.
And they were saying they took that double out on the outside, on the left side.
Yeah.
Before the whoops. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think they were
should've
trying to
just
get people
bulldoze
to
that
use
whole
it,
left
but
side, and
they
maybe
should have.
someone would have used it then.
I think Blake Baggett is the only person I ever saw use it.
Yeah, I'm not I don't know.
You know, maybe if it had been set up a little differently and not a 90 into that section and then a 90 out of that section. Is that how it was? I don't remember.
I think
No, it
you're
wasn't.
right.
But
Huh?
it was just really stupid. It's like, obviously you can tell which one's going to be faster. As it wears in, it's only going to get faster. And now you just made it so nobody can pass in that section. So they just, I don't know. To me, it was just stupid. I would fire whoever came up with that idea. That's worthy of being fired.
Nice. I like that. Jackasses. No, it was yeah, you were right with the 90 in, but it was a 180 coming out.
Okay. I was half right.
Oh, so you still had to make a 90 to do the 180, so you're okay. Works for me. I didn't really like the split section, and then I really wasn't a fan of like that dragon's back thing.
And dragons' backs are always dumb.
And I don't know. It just, to me, it was the same. Like the whoops, it had like that long. It had like where everyone was going, so it got all wore out, and it was almost like the same on the dragon's back. I mean, people were crashing, and it looked a little sketchy sometimes, but not a fan of that whole section right there.
No, me neither.
Pretty
So I guess you could say track as a whole, I really didn't like it.
Yeah.
There were a lot more things I didn't like than things I was like, hey, that's sweet.
I think from I don't know. I get what you're saying with the triple, and sometimes people not being able to make it. So I get that part, but for me, pretty much from the triple to the wall, I thought was, meh. But it's okay. You know what they're bringing back next week, right?
The over-under bridge.
Yes! It's going to be sweet.
Next week's track looks kind of lame, though. I was just looking at it at the bottom of your chat room, so.
You like that? Is that cool?
Yeah, it is kind of nice. Just doesn't look like it's challenging much. I mean, it'll be different, obviously, from what the picture is, but
So here's
a little bit anyway. I don't know.
I don't know. This was the other thing I was listening to today too, and they were talking about, like how the track is whatever kind of hard pack or whatever, and they're thinking it's going to be just as bad or worse this weekend. But I don't know. What do they expect especially if they don't do anything, or do you think they're just gonna completely knock everything down, or what do you think they do there?
Well, I'm sure they leave all the dirt. They're just going to push it around, but it's the same dirt. It's going to be the same. Unless they prep it significantly different, but it's clay. What can you do with it? It's going to get hard packed as hell no matter what. I don't think there's much you can do with that.
What are you? I mean, what? Did they really think it broke down any different than it has in the past?
I should have paid attention.
It's Georgia red clay. What do they expect? They could add a bunch of sand to it so it's more like Dallas, and then it's just going to suck.
It looked pretty good earlier I guess at first I looked at it, it looked like there was tons of traction, but then, what's his name? Tomac? Found out there wasn't much traction.
That whole deal was really weird.
Yeah, if he, just the way I feel like the way he handled that, like, he didn't even get up fast. He's like, I'm effed.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'm out of this.
I couldn't figure out why he got up as slow as he did and whatnot. It was like, dude, that's like falling off of your bicycle when you're 10 years old. Get back on it and go.
I didn't even see. Did he maybe smoke his head, you think, or?
I
don't
wonder
think so.
that if he didn't get a little dingy or something, or maybe he got a little dizzy because it happened so quick. But it was a weird deal. It looked like one of the things where it totally caught him off guard. Normally,
I don't know about you, but
end.
I never plan on
away.
hitting the ground, so it always kind of catches me off guard. But
Well, sometimes you can actually prepare for the hit you're going to take.
I never get up off the ground, dust myself off, and go, "Yep, I planned that."
You're doing it wrong then.
I might start doing that though.
I like to just, go really fast and jump off my motorcycle just to see how it feels.
Got to test that dirt, I guess. It was weird though. I don't know. Maybe he did ring his bell. Maybe he caught a bar weird or something. But Ralph was making a big deal about the road rash. It's like, yeah, okay, that happens all the time. Get up and go.
Right. Speaking of road rash, what the hell's up with Roxon?
I don't know.
Had a case of the Tomax.
Mm-hmm.
It is not good. But that, I'm guessing everyone saw his practice crash, but I think the thing when I watch that like maybe makes me the most like concerned or nervous is like he knows he's screwed, right? And is like his feet are like, like
Flailing?
what? Yeah. Oh God, and
Yeah, I think he thought about bailing, and then decided that maybe he was going to be okay, and then couldn't quite find the pegs like he wanted to. But I was just impressed that he didn't just completely go over the bars.
yeah.
With the way his front tire, with where that hit, I was like, man, my suspension would have just tacoed, and I'd have just been flipping through the air.
I think when I first saw it from that perspective that they had it from behind, you couldn't really tell how big those jumps were.
Yeah.
And then when you saw them from the other camera angle, they didn't look very big. They were pretty short. So, yeah, I took his foot thing. It looked to me like he was almost trying to find his foot peg.
Yeah.
Like his right foot was off, and he was trying to find it. It looked like he took a couple of stabs to try to get his foot back on. But, yeah, he hit that wall pretty good. Looked like it probably banged up his lower left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of sparks flying when that bike hit that wall.
Yeah, and there's nothing soft behind that cloth either. I did that at that Buku Arena Cross. I ran into the banners, and behind the banners was a metal fence. And that doesn't feel very good.
Oh shoot! So, okay, someone had to have gotten his other.
I saw that. I was like,
Whoa! Nice one.
go ahead.
I don't know what just happened, but you cut out for most of that.
It's working on a burp.
Nice.
Because they really didn't get a good shot of his main event crash. He's already like 10 feet in the air. He must have just come out of those whoops all squirrely and... Because didn't they say he was trying to quad out of that corner again? But he was out of control. Like, he barely made the double. Making sense? Following me?
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say. I guess I don't remember his main event crash, which, I mean, he probably doesn't remember it either, so.
Watch the language, Matt. Watch the language.
Who's swearing?
Matt, he just jumps in the chat room and effers.
Unloads?
Yeah.
Who's in there causing trouble? My brother?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take him out.
So, but yeah, like I said, you really don't see anything other than him flying through the air, which was pretty impressive. So I'm guessing even if maybe he wasn't trying to quad or just triple or do whatever they were doing, but he was definitely a little squirrely before he got that far. So, what was I going to say? What do you think of Dungy's points lead right now? 25 points?
I think it's fairly substantial.
Bigger than my points lead in the fantasy league.
Did you forgot to submit picks, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. You know it. I'm a retard when it comes to that. I don't know what I was doing Saturday. Oh, yeah, I was pulling an engine.
I still managed to get mine in.
Yeah.
I did them while we were having lunch.
I was more focused on the task at hand. I was eating pizza.
I was gonna say you're focused on eating pizza. I was too, but I was also making my picks, which I don't even know how I did. I probably did pretty terrible because I was not even thinking about it. I was like, okay, this looks good.
Who picks Chad Reed to win?
Yeah, no kidding.
The only one that did is my wife, and she's over there raising her hand right now, floating. She's a very sore winner. We have our own little bets going on every night, and she freaking picks him. And I said, you don't pick him to win. And I'm an idiot.
Hey, sun shines on a dog's ass.
Yeah, you didn't get any this time. I wonder, I should look. I don't even really look to see how many submit picks. But there's 19 that scored points this last weekend. So 42 was the highest. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people got 42, which I think was a lot of people got Dungy and Kennard right. Obviously Reed was no one had that.
Yeah, he was the dark horse.
So
I think if we had a normal whoop section, Dungy catches him.
I don't know. I think Reed getting the good start obviously helps, but I don't really think because wasn't it Nicoletti? Who was in third at the beginning? Oh, and Pike. But Pike was doing good. I don't really think those guys held.
How do you say Pike was doing good, or well, as it should be said?
Oh, third is good.
He ended up third?
No, he was running third at the beginning.
Yeah, where'd he end up?
5th.
Okay, then it was Nicoletti that ended up
Oh yeah.
14.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
13, something, yeah.
Sorry I blew up. I had the wrong guy.
It's okay.
Nicoletti did pretty horrible. But he was, he started up there with Pike, though. I think it was the two of them. Weren't they right between Reed and Dungy? Didn't Dungy start 4th behind those two?
Yep.
Yeah, he was right up there.
And I don't know what happened. Yeah, Roxon.
Reed had like a 3-second lead within like 3 corners.
Yeah.
It seemed like, and I thought, all right, go get the hell out of there, run and hide. That's your only chance. And then I saw Dungy was in 4th. I thought, this is over. Dungy's gonna get him. He can't hold off that guy. I almost called him the Diesel, which I think is the stupidest nickname ever.
I would have made a lot of fun of you if you called him the Diesel.
I don't know why everyone's got to have nicknames, I guess, but if they're cool, they're cool. You just can't force them.
What was he gonna say?
I tried.
You can't force him, Scott.
What'd you make fun of Scott for?
trying to force nicknames.
What was the one he came up with?
Justin Tupac Bogle. I thought it was funny.
Is that supposed to be a Tupac reference, or what is that?
No, just because he sounds like he smokes Tupacs.
See, that was my question. That's kind of why that one didn't really work for me, because it's like, okay, did he mean Tupac and spell it wrong?
Oh, I didn't put a K on there, did I?
And then I was like, or does he mean Tupac as in cigarettes? And I'm like, no way, dude, you're just forcing it.
Shit.
Plus, it's not. I mean, it doesn't roll off the tongue.
I got it.
A proper nickname, you can't have their real name in it. It doesn't work that way.
I don't want to change the subject, but
you're going to anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe this. This is pretty good. Evan, right? Caleb's brother.
Yes, he has a last name. It's Bolton.
He's ranked 97 in the Rocky Mountain Fantasy Supercross.
Damn. Last time I saw him, he was ranked like 525.
That's a good number.
Shit balls, man.
He's moving up. Didn't he pick terribly in the Talkin Moto? He doesn't pick the same picks, I don't think.
That's what I try to do too. Yeah, he only got 16 in the 450, and I'm not seeing anything. That's okay. Yeah, he didn't get anything. So 16 points. I suck on both of them.
Yeah, I'm an equal
Points.
opportunity sucker.
Talking points here. Talking points. We are talking points.
Good save. Good save.
Go both ways, freaking liar.
Someday I'm gonna pull sound bites and I'm gonna destroy you.
That's okay. Was it a couple weeks ago? I was, because obviously it starts to record before we go on, and I'm listening to it, and it's just like some of the stuff we were saying. I'm like, I don't remember hearing that, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's because that part doesn't get posted. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna check one more thing quick.
Oh my god, it's gonna let me in. You are kidding me.
You're in the
Oh, hang on. It might take a couple more hours here.
stand by. Oh my goodness. Did you guys...
Oh my god.
What happened with Williams? I heard a bike problem, but I didn't hear what it was.
I don't know. He had me really nervous because when he exited, the Red Cross flag was out right next to him. So
I thought he was laying on the ground picking his bike up with the Red Cross flag out after that triple.
see, I didn't see him picking his bike up. I thought somebody else was picking his bike up, so I was really nervous. But turns out it was just a malfunction. I'm not really sure what, but
Good to go, though.
yep, good to go.
I think that's kind of neat. Sean's like keeping track of his like steps or whatever.
Yeah,
That's kind of funny. Or fun.
yeah.
Probably a lot more than a guy would think.
It's got to be a lot of work.
Yeah, so like I said, didn't watch races live, didn't check anything, and it's like I'm watching the race, and I don't think this is saying anything bad against Martin, but like I seen he was running 5th or 6th, and I was like, there must be a crash. Something must happen. That makes me sound like a jerk, doesn't it? But
I don't know.
But nothing happened. He just passed everybody. Which was cool.
What are you talking about? You saw that he won?
Yeah, I saw that he won, and not saying that he can't win. Maybe he just wasn't my pick to win.
Did you guys? I don't know if you, I guess, paid much attention to Muskin, but he made a shitload of mistakes. Like,
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
really, like, he kept forgetting what part of the track he was on. He just kept. He was riding terrible, and I saw somewhere someone said it was like slow down to go fast, and that's what it looked like. He'd overjump something, and then he wouldn't be able to jump the next jump, and he would, I don't know, miss a triple here and there. It was just really, really ragged looking. I mean, he didn't look like he was going to crash at all. He just looked like he didn't know, couldn't string together section after section. It was, a good section and then a mistake, and then a couple good sections and then another mistake.
It definitely looked rough.
He kind of threw it away. I don't know if it was, I didn't know what happened to him earlier in the day, if he had gotten hurt in that heat race, because when I tuned in, it was like halfway through the heat that he was out of qualifying. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did have the crash, but like I said, your TV didn't catch it, but Guess he didn't crash. He was nudged by somebody else, resulting in a mishap.
Did you guys happen to see? Well, Jeff probably didn't, but well, maybe he did. I don't know. The Answer Racing Facebook page has a picture of Zach Williams, and it is clearly labeled as Jeremy Martin.
Oh, speaking of that, did you see them show Alex as Jeremy
Yeah.
on TV?
Yep.
It's like introducing the fast guys. Marvin Musket, Justin Bogle, and Jeremy Martin. Oh, that's Alex. Never mind. Hey, at least we got a Martin.
This is just hilarious because it's clearly Zach Williams, but somebody put in there Jeremy Martin.
I don't think they know what either of the two look like now.
On the Answer Facebook page.
They both run Answer.
Huh?
So that's at least good. They both run Answer.
Yeah. One's on a very distinct Honda, and one's on a very distinct Yamaha. How do you screw that one?
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Hey, we all make mistakes.
How do you make that mistake?
What was I trying to think?
Maybe Zach should ask for Jeremy's gear money.
I don't know. Like, if I was one of them, I don't know which one of them should be more pissed off about it. I doubt either of them are all that pissed off about it, but because they're both pretty good dudes. But
I got the other. Well, there's no label on this one. I'll have to. I'll like this page. Can I like this page? There we go. Whoop.
I didn't actually see it on Facebook. Somebody posted it on Instagram, and that's how I saw it. But
Oh yeah, I totally saw it. It's the photos.
and it says even in the one they got it right, they spelt Spelt his name wrong.
What? Oh boy. All right, boys. You want to hit up the commercial?
Commercial already?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh, jeepers!
Go, Bitco.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. I mean, I haven't put my shoes back on. Hang on, you gotta wait. I gotta put my shoes on so I can go do something.
Why do you get your shoes on for the commercial?
Cause I gotta walk places.
Oh.
Got stuff to do.
I gotta go downstairs, and I'm guaranteed to not make it back in time if I go downstairs without shoes on.
Got the hardwood floors.
Yes.
A little sketchy.
Yeah. The hitch in my get along doesn't get along if I'm not wearing shoes. Okay, I'm ready now.
All right, guys. We'll be right back. Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that's been supporting the Talkin Moto podcast. It has been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We have an awesome list of sponsors. So please keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word about the Talkin Moto podcast. And I hope you're enjoying the show. A special thanks to Motokazi.com. Motokazi holds AMA District 23 sanctioned races at both Kellogg and Mankato, as well as hosts the Motokazi Supercross Championship Series, which is all over Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. They also have organized practice at Kellogg, Jordan, and at Mankato, as well as offer race schools, so you can get all tuned in on all your riding techniques. Make sure to check out Motokazi.com for more details. We would like to thank Mike from MB1 Suspension. Based out of Corona, California, they offer suspension, engine, and coating services. Please give them a call today at 951-371-5045 or check them out online at mb1suspension.com and make sure to tell them that you heard about them from us on the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, we got Andy and Chad from the Open Mic. It's a weekly comedy podcast, and they talk about anything and everything, and they usually do. I've been on the podcast a few times, and it is a good time for sure. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central. It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. There's more information available online at theopenmicpodcast.com. Pro Action by FTM is one of our many great sponsors. FTM offers support to you, the rider, trackside, so when you need it the most, FTM is there for you. Not only do they offer great suspension work, but they also have many other great bike parts and accessories to help you out on the track. So make sure to check them out today at finetune.com. The Talkin Moto podcast is proud to announce that they've teamed up with Plainview Powersports. Plainview Powersports is your Kawasaki motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side headquarters. Located in Plainview, Minnesota, you can reach them at 507-534-3520 or check them out online at plainview-powersports.com. All right, thanks everyone for listening to us on the Talkin Moto podcast. We really appreciate it. If you can, go on to our website, talkinmoto.com. Support those that are supporting us. Everyone's link is up on the website. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud. Everything gets posted up on YouTube. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So let's get back to it. Welcome back.
Did you make the commercial like twice as long as it used to be?
No, it's all the same.
I feel like I had all kinds of time.
I just got back. I barely made it. Whew. But, yeah. Whew. All right. So, yeah, big thanks to everyone that's helping us out. Didn't do this at the beginning. Mike at MB1. Everyone at Motokazi. Matt down at Plainview Power Sports, Clayton at Fine Tune Motorsports, Jason's doing the Northland MX, Chad and Andy at the Open Mic Podcast, this SKD character, everyone else I'm forgetting. Jenny, JL Photography, she's been helping out with supplying some photos. So thanks for that.
The question is, what is Jason doing at Northland MX?
You know, it's a tough gig, you know, managing social media.
Uh-huh. It really is.
Speaking of social
Yes,
media.
it is. It's surprising that thing's a well-oiled machine, that Northland MX. It's our off
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
What are you up to? 10? 15,000?
I think we're about to break 200.
Nice. That's good. It's a solid number.
Yeah, you know.
Speaking of social media, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. The Twitter thing they do is retarded.
Hey, did you see that Dayton Jacobson made it on there this week?
I did.
That was pretty funny.
That was.
What did he do, or what was it?
It was just him on his pit bike, a couple of pit bikes in the snow. He's got a TLX or whatever. He's a local yokel. He's out of Burnsville or something. But he's a powder coater. I think Jacobson Powder Coating is what he does.
Cool.
Check him out on Facebook. He does some pretty good work from what I can see. I've actually been considering hitting him up for some, having him do my hubs and possibly my rims.
Go black? Or what color would you
Oh
go?
yeah, I think I'd probably go blue on the hubs and then black on the rims. I want to put some blue trinkets on my bike somewhere.
I like my gold ones I had.
I'm thinking about buying a heavy-duty spoke kit and front and rear, and then having those things powder coated. Putting together some tough wheels. I'll never wreck stock spokes, but I don't know. I just feel like I'd be a little bit more badass if I had heavy-duty spokes.
Then you just look like a goon sometimes, though. Like if you got your tricked out front wheel and then you got your stock back wheel.
Why would I have one only tricked out?
Oh, I ran into that. Sometimes I get a flat tire, so then I just swap the whole wheel out quick.
Well, I don't have spare wheels like someone with a lot of money.
Yeah, I got so much money. That's what happened to me whenever I had tricked out wheels. It seemed like I always either had a flat tire, I always had a bunch of spokes missing or something, so I was never able to keep the same rims on my bike. So I always just looked ghetto.
Did you guys ever break any spokes?
That's what I
broke
didn't
a
like
lot of
about them
spokes
wheels.
on Jason's bike.
All I ever did with that bike was break spokes. That's why I'm never going back to aftermarket wheels again.
Well, yeah, you broke them all off at Kellogg at that vintage race, didn't you?
Oh yeah, that
And
bike
then I
had
tried
stock
to piece
wheels.
them together. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to piece. I don't know how many of them I put in there, but the spokes that I used were too short, and I couldn't get enough of the nipple threaded on there. And I tried to run it anyway, and then I went to Mora, and I don't know what the hell jump it was. Oh, it was a single to table coming from the back. I don't know. This was a long time ago, so track's probably different. But they used to have like this whoop section that went back through the wood, and then it kind of 180'd at the back of the wood, and then came back toward the right by the finish line. Probably right after the finish line area, there was a single to table that was pretty good size, and I think I was running like in third in 250B, and I flat landed. I over jumped it, flat landed, and just as soon as I landed, I knew I blew out all the smoke. It didn't feel right, and I pulled off, and yeah, I got 4 of them snap off. So that was the end of my day there, and then I rode Shrimpy's bike after that.
That poor bike
I
took a
hated
beating that weekend.
Yeah, because you wrecked it on Saturday, didn't you?
I wadded her up bad.
Yeah, and then we tried to fix it Saturday night with some Cowie, or I don't even know if they were Cowie or Yamaha spokes on a Honda. So it worked real well.
I think I broke out like half of the spokes in that front wheel.
It probably wouldn't have been bad if I'd have been smoother. But Mora's
Yeah.
one of them tracks where everything's flat. So if you over jump, you're landing hard. If you under jump, you're landing hard. You got to be pretty smooth up there.
I don't. More. Never been there.
I really like the that track. It sucks because there's not really any elevation to speak of, so they kind of got to make it. But I don't know. It looked like
Yeah.
it had a lot of fun jumps when I was there. Big ass jumps. It had a triple that was not for the faint of heart.
Triple, you mean 3 singles?
For a lot of guys, it was a double single. It was pretty good size, and it was right after a really steep. Not real long, but a really steep tabletop out of corner. You know, one of them where you had to pretty much nail the turn to land it smooth and then shift up to fourth and give her the beans off the triple.
This is gonna sound really stupid, but is it Deer River? Is that right? Used to have a
That even
track?
thing?
Or is it Deer Creek? I don't remember. Never mind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was some track like way the heck up north.
Deerwood?
I never went there. I think my brother went there, and that'd have been a long time ago now.
Deerwood's not that far. I mean, I guess that's pretty far north. That's like Brainerd, but
Yeah.
Maybe
I suppose that's
what I'm
probably
thinking.
about as far north as any of our tracks go. What's that one we went to? Brookston. That's further north.
Yeah, yep. That one's way up there.
No, I did Staples and Cambridge. That was it. I think I rode Grantsburg once. I think. And it was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
I had a very bad experience with Grantsburg. I probably didn't give it a very fair shake, but it just was not pleasurable.
I should have maybe went back because that was like that was my first ever district race. So, but I think we went up there twice, I think. That was it. I would assume I got a little better, maybe, the longer I rode, but maybe not.
No, you're worse than you ever
Everywhere
were.
else got canceled.
He just takes it in stride.
Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm.
I don't know what happened in there. I got kicked out. I came back. Now
I
I'm
did
here
too.
twice.
I think we all left.
Oh. Nice.
What? Chat room?
The old me is muted though.
Oh my god. There's two of you.
Unmute you. Why are you always multiplying?
What happens when you have the sexy time?
One of you is enough.
Oh, there I go.
Did you successfully milk on your way home today?
I found a place where I can buy packaged milk. I didn't need
Oh.
the milk on my way home.
Packaged milk.
That doesn't. Oh boy.
I was told I needed the milk on my way home.
What else?
Made for a good laugh. Do you guys? Well, you probably didn't because you both have the fancy schmancy television where you don't have to watch commercials. You see the big National Dizzy and Balance Center commercial starring Nate Conkey.
I don't even know if I would have known who Nate Conkey is. Did they show him and say his name?
Well, you would have recognized where they were riding because they were riding at Sandbox, and it was Nate and Nick and Joe and who am I missing? Oh, Logan.
The only commercials I seem to notice are the 8 million Barsha Stranded in the Desert commercials that they play over and over again.
Damn Toyota commercials need to go away. I'm guessing that commercial didn't air nationally, but it was pretty cool. Nate did a pretty good job with it. He was the spokesperson.
Ooh.
I feel bad now.
I won't fast forward through commercials anymore. That's probably. I was caught up, I think, so I wasn't able to fast forward. I was watching it in real time.
It was on like I want to say 3 or 4 times, and then I saw it again last night when I was getting ready for bed and watching the races again.
I don't know how you live without TiVo.
I just really don't care that much.
Whoa.
What?
I mean, do you have running water at home?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I have running water even when it's 15 below.
I did also this morning.
Top that.
There was no issues today at the Blind household. I was shocked by that, though.
I've never had to run a space heater to have running water. So my priorities are straight.
Because you live in the city.
Yep, because I live in the city.
In the big city. All that crime and
Terrible, terrible traffic.
People stacked on top of each other, stacking your spoons on edge.
You know what? I think tonight
I
I'm
stack
gonna.
my spoons vertically, you dick.
Oh. I might have to plug in my car again tonight.
It's not going to be cold tonight.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold out here.
It's
It's way
15.
colder
Actually,
last night.
it's still 19 degrees outside.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna have to look now.
You want that bed? Whoops, I meant to mute me.
Oh
How come
yeah.
I'm still talking?
We're at 1
Suckers.
degree above.
We're having a heat wave.
Yeah, I've never plugged my car in, and then last week there was a couple days it was pretty chilly, and I went to start the old race rig up in the morning, and it's she was a little crabby.
Yeah, probably.
So I was
That oil tends to turn into maple syrup when it gets cold out.
Oh, now I want pancakes.
we had waffles on Sunday. It was awesome. So I was like, all right, I'll plug it in. I've never plugged in the car and see if it helps. And I try to open up hit the lever to open the hood, and it's like rock hard. I'm like, what the heck?
Is this the first time you've ever opened the hood?
No,
Oh.
no, not the maybe second or third.
Okay.
But the cable's broke. Cable is broke. So now we have to go in through the grill and with the old
Why don't you just drill a few holes in that hood and put hood pins in it?
that's what I did with my Ranger. I don't know if I'm quite ready to do that with the Focus. Oh yeah, we totally did that with the old Ranger.
Wow.
But
I never did that with a car that wasn't a race car.
You just put a ratchet strap on the front, under the bumper.
that'd be sweet too.
That would be more fitting of a Ford Focus.
I'd put hood pins in it and then a big old fart can.
Wait a minute, I happen to know someone who decked out a Ford Focus.
Exactly.
Spent a
Except
shit
I don't
ton of
want
money
to.
on it, and then
I don't
sold
want
it.
to see you spending money on a fart can. I want to see a coffee can hanging from your exhaust.
Like a Folgers can.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, the other thing at work they had the O'Reilly World of Wheels was out. And I'm not the car gene skipped me. Like my brother's into it, my dad's into it, and like I guess I appreciate what they're doing, but it's like not like super cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a
Hence
ton.
the Ford Focus.
Whoa. So there's actually a guy from Chanhassen that was out here, so I talked to him a little bit. And but yeah, they had a couple old classic cars, and then like they had cars from like Fast and the Furious were there, and bunch of race cars though. So I talked to those guys for a while. That was pretty fun. Couple Sprinter guys.
Sweet.
So
Did they have that smashed up car from the real Fast and Furious?
No.
The one Paul was driving? Ooh.
Ooh, too soon. Too soon.
Are you sure it wasn't in Fat and Furious?
Whoa.
That's an actual show.
That's a different place in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
No, it was kind of neat though. They had like 4 or 5 of them for Fast and the Furious, and it was kind of neat. They had like a little write up on the one, and it was this. On this one, it was this car, and it was painted this, and then they did this for the next one, and then they painted it back. It was so that I thought was kind of cool, but yeah, when I was talking to the sprint car guys, I'm like, there's a lot of cool stuff here, but I was like, if you ask me, the race cars are the coolest cars that are down here, So,
Mm-hmm.
well, for sure at that one, everybody's car got trailered in, But I guess if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. But I'd rather see some a little dirt track racing. I like that.
Cool.
So, but that's it.
That brings up a kind of an interesting topic that I was blown away by last week. We had, as everybody that listened last week knows, I was up north last week for work. And there were some people from Omaha, Nebraska there who apparently have never gotten out of Omaha, Nebraska. And the reason this ties in is because you brought up the World of Wheels.
Okay.
We're up there checking out this sweet car collection. And this chick asks if he's ever considered bringing any of his cars down to Omaha for this car show that they have called the World of Wheels. Like, she had no idea that maybe this happens at other places. Like, maybe it's a big tour that CarCraft magazine puts on every year.
Had to fill her in?
And I didn't bring it up that time. I just kind of laughed, whatever. Didn't say anything. I just thought, wow, these people never.
Oh, no.
Just give it a second.
Bar. And she's talking about, I don't remember what band we were talking about, but she's like, yeah, they play in Omaha every year. We have this big concert that they call Rockfest. And I'm like, yeah, that's another one of them big touring shows that go to every city nationwide every year.
So that what was that car that you posted the photo of? What was that?
The 2012 Copo Camaro.
And what was? See, now I'm not a car. So what was so special about that one?
The 2012 Copos. I think there was. If you watched Fast and Loud, you'd kind of know what they were all about if you paid attention. But they are a production race car. And basically they were built, you could order them first of all, you had to get in a lottery to be able to buy one because they only built a certain amount. And they were production cars, but you could order them how you wanted them. I mean, some guys were actually able to go to the factory and help build them. But they're production race cars. They're not street legal. So they're 420
in it, doesn't it?
Yep, they're 427 big block. I forget exactly. I believe it has 800 horsepower on racing slicks, and they're just animals. I mean, they're absolutely insane. If you ever see the Fast and Loud that they're featured on, Richard takes one through a drive-through, and it's pretty damn funny. But
the windows must be crank windows, I would imagine.
It doesn't have windows.
Oh, it doesn't have windows?
I don't believe so.
Just say I've seen some stripped down cars that they go to crank windows.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't even have a back seat.
Yeah, they don't have an interior in them. They have a racing fuel cell in them. But basically, it's just, for me, it was the fact that ever since I saw them, I've wanted one. I mean, I'm obviously never going to be able to own one, but it was just so cool. Just in the back of that building, I caught it out of the corner of my eye and was like, holy crap. And first off, it's a black one. There was only 60 black ones made. And I didn't even know they made a black one, so.
He's
But
got a couple of new Camaros, too. He's got that other one, that gray one that, I don't know if it was a Callaway or what the hell it was.
Yeah, I never really got once I saw that Copo, I was done. It's like, yep, this is the sweetest car here. No point in even looking at the rest of them.
I'd say that Vet with serial number 1 is cooler than that. But
Yeah, I mean, if you're into that, yeah. I mean, if you're a Corvette guy, yeah, that thing's sweet. Obviously, it's awesome because it was a prototype. It wasn't even a production model. But I mean, he has a ton of cars like that he has Camaros that have Hemis in them, that came with Hemis in them that were prototypes. I mean, that kind of stuff is super rare and really cool, but he had a lot of stuff like that up there. Some pretty sweet rides to be sitting in a building in Warroad, Minnesota.
How many, what is it, 80 some cars, or is there more than that?
There's 90. They're stuffed in there like you wouldn't believe. The guys in there were actually making fun of me because I was picking out the cars that weren't all really that special. He had I think it was, I don't remember exactly what year that thing is. It was like an 87 Buick Grand National with like 280 miles on it, original miles on it. And I was just drooling over it because I love those cars. And all it is a Buick version of a Monte Carlo. But they didn't make very many of them, so.
That's funny. Yeah, and then it was like super ass cold up there too, right? How was that?
It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I mean, it wasn't, I can't say it was that bad. It's not like we spent a whole lot of time outside. And I did go outside shirtless and make a snow angel, so it couldn't have been too bad. But
It depends on your definition of cold. I mean, if you think 27, 28 below is cold, then yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you're kind of a sissy.
I think like 10 or 15 degrees is cold.
it's all a matter of perspective. And we had a guy up there
Degrees off of
from
that.
we had a guy up there from South Alabama that absolutely hated life the entire time he was up there. So that was pretty funny.
Oh, shoot.
Kept trying to get him to lick a pole, but he wouldn't do it.
How was the chariot ride up there and back?
It was good. Good flight both ways. No big deal. It's pretty awesome to fly from here to Warroad, which, what is it, like 325 miles or something like that? And to make that trip in an hour, it's pretty damn sweet.
Cool.
And when you wheel into the airport and there's no security or nothing, you just walk right out onto the tarmac and jump in the plane. Kind of feel like a badass. Until you get in the plane and you can't stand up in it.
Probably no shitter either.
I don't think there was a shitter. and I wasn't courageous enough to try the coffee on the plane.
I think the one that you took up, Jason, that one has a bathroom in it. I think it's up front, right behind the pilot.
There might have been one in there. I guess I never asked.
Oh, I guess.
Nobody-
I'm almost positive the big one's got one.
Nobody got up to use it. It was pretty funny though. We were taxiing out to the runway and the co-pilot gets on the intercom and he's like, "We do have coffee on board. We'll be serving that when we get up to cruising altitude. It's not terrible." So then we get up there and he's like, "Did anybody want a coffee?
It's not.
Anybody at all? Anybody at all?" He goes, "Well, you guys don't know what you're missing."
It's not good. It's not great either.
Those guys were pretty cool though. We had 2 different flight crews and they were both pretty awesome guys. On the way back, they let whoever wanted to come up and take a tour of the cockpit. And it was a good time.
Did you go check it out?
Oh, of course I did.
What is this on your Instagram? Just doing a little tune-up, are you?
Those was the hop-up parts for the dirt bike, man.
We ride these things called dirt bikes, Scott. They're 2-wheeled. They got motors in them. They're good at breaking bones.
Yeah.
You should check them out sometime.
That's my disaster in the making.
Is it gonna be like a big bore?
It's not going to be a big bore. I'm not messing around with that, but I bought the
I kind of want
highest.
to do a big bore, but damn.
I kind of do too, but I don't know. We'll try this and see what happens. I bought the highest compression piston I could find, and that head is bored out pretty significantly, or ported out pretty significantly, I should say. So it should be interesting.
So that
Jason's gonna have a time bomb.
I am. Hence the disaster part.
oh shoot. So that the head on that isn't on off your bike, or that is off your bike?
No, that's a head that I bought.
Okay.
You can buy head.
Yes. I bought head.
Hey.
It's kind of expensive head, at least from what I know of the head market.
Definitely a tough
bo-
market.
Oh boy.
It should be fun though. I'm gonna put that sucker together and we're gonna take it up to Unlimited Motorsports in South St. Paul and put it on the dyno and see what we can get out of it.
Did he used to be somewhere else?
I think so. It's Jeff Fisher.
For some reason, New Prague sounds.
He might have been in New Prague.
I've heard that name before, or maybe I'm. They do something with Motokazi, I think. Maybe there's a connection somewhere.
I don't know if they do anymore. I think he might have back in the day.
Okay.
He does a lot of snowmobile race engines and a lot of crotch rockets and stuff. Doesn't do a lot of dirt bikes, but
Cool.
the last person that I know that ran this setup took the bike to him, and apparently he's a master at getting them to do what they're supposed to do. So, and he's very reasonable. So, take it up there and put it on the dyno and let him do what he does. And then I'll have no excuse for sucking this year.
I guess I didn't hear anything from you or someone else. Was there a little package waiting for you when you came
I
home?
have received nothing.
He just didn't notice it because he's used to having a little package.
There's not a
I can go
secondary
all
little.
night.
There's not a secondary little package laying around here. There's still only one little package in the house.
Oh shit. Well,
I was kind of worried about that actually.
I know, because I was like, well, if it did happen, maybe it would, show up while you were gone. But
It should have been small enough that, I mean, the lady that delivers, well, depending on how it got shipped, but the lady that delivers my mail will cram absolutely everything in my mailbox. It's like absolute last resort to have to get out and walk it to the door, apparently. I got home this afternoon, the mailbox door is wide open, and they'd put all my parts in an envelope, and it's literally like sticking out, just about to fall out of the mailbox.
makes you feel good, huh?
I wasn't real happy about that. I wasn't sure how the gaskets and all that were in there, and I was ready to be extremely upset because I figured I was going to open that and the gaskets were going to be all mashed up.
Right.
The Postal Service is kind of on my shit list anyway, because they have a package for me that I ordered 3 weeks ago now, and it's still somewhere between here and California.
Probably with my gear.
Probably.
It's only been 2 weeks, and their 5 days is come and gone.
Do you ever call them?
No, I meant to today, and I forgot. I'm not riding, so I don't really care, I guess, but it'd be nice if it showed up at some point.
I'd be bitching. You never
I'm not
know,
going to be able
man.
to fit into it anyway. My fat ass needs to lose like 10 pounds before I can fit into my new gear and my suit and everything else.
Yeah, but this is how you get deals on stuff.
What, have it not show up?
Yeah, and you make them feel
and
bad.
then you bitch about it.
Look what happened today. They forget the fish tacos. Got them
Yeah.
for free.
Free fish tacos. You couldn't even pay me to eat fish tacos. So.
Just her saying fish tacos almost made me want to throw up.
And they were spicy fish tacos. I think. Ew.
Spicy fish tacos.
Disgusting.
I just seen the 7 deuce go
Speaking
down.
of fish, did you eat any fish while up at Marvin?
I
You got the
didn't.
Walleye?
I didn't have any walleye.
I had walleye up there, and it was absolutely delicious.
Well, I didn't want to have any walleye on prime rib night. I wanted prime rib.
That's true.
And the only other opportunity I had to have walleye would have been at Izzy's on Friday. And I was so hungover, I didn't feel like eating anything. So.
Did you guys go out to that one restaurant out on the lake? It's like a 20-minute drive from town.
We went out to what is it? The
called North?
Spring Steel Resort. But I don't think
yeah,
that's
that's
the one.
the
you
one.
guys- Is it?
Yep, it's on the lake. Yeah,
See, we pulled in there. It was dark.
it's on the
So,
lake, I guess. Lake of the
We
Wind.
we pulled in through all these trailer houses, not really sure where we were going.
Yep.
And then we walk into the restaurant, and the first thing they do is shuffle us downstairs. So
Oh,
it's
you
like, yeah,
really?
This is sweet.
Yeah, I didn't go downstairs. We sat upstairs, and you went there for
Yeah.
breakfast. I'm assuming if it was dark out, or was it dinner?
Huh? No, we were there for dinner.
Oh, I went there for breakfast. It was
Oh.
also dark because they make you eat at like 5:30.
Yeah.
Who eats at 5:30?
Well, we didn't eat till
It starts
7:30.
at like 6:30 or something. You got to be down in the lobby.
It was
Too
kind of
early when you're drinking.
It was kind of dumb because they picked us up every morning at 7:30, and then we'd go over and have breakfast, and then we sit there and wait until 9 o'clock for things to start. It's like, why'd we get up so early?
I gotcha.
But overall, good trip, good time.
Shoot. Oh, tired.
Yeah, tired.
Oh, hang on. It's happening right now.
What's happening?
Uh-oh. That's gross.
7 deuce goes down.
Ugh.
Who was that? Oh, that was Albertson gets all squirrely and picked a bad time to crash.
I don't know that there's ever a good time to crash.
I did get a favorite and a retweet from the 7 deuce today.
Ooh.
He's not verified, so it doesn't count towards my Twitter war, but
What Walmart parking lot was he sitting in?
all right, boys. You got anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna go drain gas out of my dirt bike.
Yeah,
Put this
everyone's
baby to sleep.
freaking busy. So,
I got a back to rub.
Yeah, me too. I'm rubbing my own right now.
all right, guys, that's it. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week, hopefully.
I hope Scott takes I'm rubbing my own right now out of context at some point.
I may have done that on purpose.
Not paying attention as per usual.
I was gonna say, what else is new?
All right,
Bye-bye.
later.
Peace out, homies.